beautiful people. It's Cody from Metal Movies back for another video. Today I'm going to be doing part 1 of my Atari 2600 collection. You know, it's a funny thing about the Atari 2600. A lot of people nowadays don't even consider it as a console to collect for. Hell, a lot of so-called retro game stores don't even buy Atari 2600 games anymore. They usually don't go past the NES, like for age. And I think that's stupid. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into it because I've got like 70 games. So it's going to be a long time going. But anyways, let's get into it. A lot of these, some of these I like, some of these I don't because I really don't know how to play it. But, you know, it is what it is. So first off, we've got Star Raiders. Now this one you needed a special touchpad controller, and I don't have that. So I can't really play it, to be honest with you. So I guess I can't really say much about that. Don't know if it's really good or not. Anyways, next up we've got Maze Craze. This one's it's alright, I guess. Isn't you gotta remember these Atari 2600 games are deadly simple. They're very simple. But anyways, yeah, that's that one. It's okay, I guess. Next up, this is one I'm not even sure if I've played this one. I might have. Yeah, I think I have. Anyways, that's Bowling. Seeing you got an older label on this one. Yeah, 1979. Bowling. What can I say? It's bowling. And next up, we've got, this one's okay, but it's really a two-player game more than anything else. If you're playing it in one player, it's not that good. And anyways, that's, Outlaw. Yes, as you can see, there's a makeshift end label on it because the one that was on it got lost. That's the way I bought it. I got one or two other games like that. But yeah, that's Outlaw. It's alright. Next up, we've got another game no, actually, I don't think I played it. Anyways, it's football. What can I say? It's football. Nothing special. Right? It is what it is. Next up, okay, this is the very first Atari 2600 game to come out. And if you haven't already guessed it, it is Combat. This is like the Mario Duck Hunt of the Atari 2600. You know, it's like super common. Very common. But yeah, Combat. Pretty cool. I like it. It's alright. It's a decent enough game, I guess. Yeah, this next one is actually one of my favorite games on the 2600, and it's a really, really good game. I love it. Now we're getting to some good stuff. Anyways, it's a Missile Command. You can't go wrong with a bit of Missile Command, man. You just don't know how good it is till you play it. Like, it's really good. But yeah, fun game. Highly recommend this one. Next up, we've got another classic. I don't like it as much as Missile Command, but it's still a really good game. I like it. And that's Asteroids. Yeah, pretty cool, right? Asteroids, you know, you're just a spaceship floating around shooting asteroids is exactly what it sounds like. Try not to get hit, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, yeah, picture label, I like it. Asteroids, good game, pick it up if you can. Well, it's not if you can, you definitely can. They're super common, and the common Atari 2600 games are basically worthless nowadays for some reason. Like, you'd figure they would have went up in value, but like all the other retro games, but it just hasn't. I guess because they're so common, I don't know. Anyways, next up we've got one that I actually really do like. I like it. I don't like it as much as Missile Command, but I like it better than Asteroids. And that is Defender. Excellent game. I really like this one. Really good. 1981. Now you gotta remember, with these Atari 2600 ports, like, they're never going to be as good as the arcades or anything like that. Not even close. Not even a comparison. Like, have you seen the Atari 2600 version of Pac-Man? It's fucking terrible, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I actually don't mind it. I kinda like it. I mean, yeah, it's the point is it's playable. You can't say that for every game. Like, it's playable. You know what I mean? Yeah, Pac-Man doesn't turn or anything. It's just this still image going all over the place, but it works, I guess. But anyways, next up we've got Yar's Revenge. Pretty cool game. I like this one. It's not that. Sorry about that, guys. The smoke detectors went off because I'm upstairs, but something was cooking downstairs, and I guess there's a little bit of smoke or something. Nothing caught a fire, but yeah. I was looking around for a cloth and something to fan the smoke detector with, so it would stop going off. Had to rip off my shirt and do it, but you don't need to know that. I guess that's too much information. I know, but anyways, yeah. That was interesting. So let's continue now that that's over with. So next up, the next game we've got on the list is Night Driver. This was a paddle game. It's okay. It's Atari games are pretty hit and miss, you know? Like some are good, others are not good, and then there's stuff that's kind of in the middle, but like it's playable, but it's not that enjoyable, if that makes sense. But Night Driver's just one of those okay games, I guess. Same kind of deal with Street Racer, right? Like it's alright. I don't mind it, but the biggest problem with Atari games is they're so simple. Some games the simplicity works so well for it because you just stick to the nitty gritty, what you really need in a game, just the fun part. But other times it's like, bro, is this really worth turning into a game? You know what I mean? But like, there's some arcade ports and stuff. It may not look like the arcade, but it's still fun like the arcade and stuff like that. It's still fun. I like it. Anyways, next up we've got Video Olympics, which is basically just Pong. It's Pong. What can I say about Pong? Two bars on either side going up and down. Then you got a ball in the middle bouncing all over the place, and you're trying to get it past the goalie. Pretty much it, man. He's got a bunch of different versions of Pong on here. Paddle game. Pretty good. I like that. I actually am a fan of Pong. I like Pong. And next up, we've got another pretty fun one, another paddle game. And that is Circus Atari. You're just a couple of guys on this, I don't know what you call it, like, you're bouncing up and down off the floor, hitting the ceiling and coming down. I don't know how to explain it. I guess you're clowns. I don't know, it's Circus Atari. But anyways, it's a good game. I like it. It's difficult, though. And now next up, we actually do have a really good game, but I've never beaten it because you kind of need to know what to do to beat it, and it's hard to figure out by itself. But it's well, okay. I take that back. It's not that hard to figure it out if you really put your time into it. But anyways, it's the very first superhero video game, Superman, and yeah, I like it a lot. I think I got this one for like $5 on eBay. This one you don't come across all that often on Atari 2600, but it's not that uncommon either, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. Came out in 1979. I like it. Good game. And yeah, that's enjoyable. Oh hey, look who came to visit us. Hey puss. Oh, she's a lovely little girl. Now get out of the way. Get out of the way. I know you like to smell the shit, but out of the way. Anyways, next up we've got a real classic. We've got Space Invaders. And holy shit, these silver labels really give off a glare, don't they? 1980 Atari. Great game. What can I say about it? It's awesome. And yeah, I like those silver label games. They're silver label games. They're fun. And like, but yeah. Anyways, next up we've got a paddle game, and we've got Warlords. This is a pretty good game. I like it. It's not bad. Guys, what are you doing, cat? I know. Okay, I leave them in a fucking dresser drawer all the time. Hey, don't you rub up against them. I do not need these piles being knocked over. Okay. Anyways. A lot of people don't give Atari a chance because of exactly the reasons I've been saying, because of how simple it is. But I'm here to tell you there's some really good games on Atari, and I'll get into them when I get to them. And I'm telling you, they are excellent games. I love them to death. And anyways, next up we've got Berserk. This one's a fun one, arcade conversion. Good game. I like it. It's excellent. Definitely pick it up if you see it around and you want to play Atari. That's a good one to start with. And next up, the very first action adventure game ever, like period, ever. The very first adventure game. And anyways, it's a adventure. They actually feature this in the movie Ready Player One. If you ever seen that movie, if you like 80s nostalgia, you definitely want to see Ready Player One. It's an excellent movie. But yeah, this is adventure is a pretty fun game. I'm not very good at it because I haven't really put a lot of time into it, but I find I play Atari mainly just for like a few minutes of fun, then I just put it down. That's why I'm like that with all games, I guess. That's why I like more arcadey type of games. I don't know if that's word arcadey, but it is now arcade type of games. Beat 'em ups, side scrollers, stuff like that. I like that kind of stuff. I like retro games. But yeah, anyways, next up we've got another one. We've got Human Cannonball. It's pretty simple. You basically just aim your cannon with a guy inside it, you shoot it, and hopefully it lands where it's supposed to. But yeah, it's an okay game. I like it. Anyways, next up we've got another pretty fun one. It's kind of the same idea as Human Cannonball. You're just trying to land in a certain spot, but you're jumping instead of being shot from cannon. You're jumping out of a plane and you're parachuting. Anyways, it's a Skydiver from 1978. Nice picture label. I like the way these old Atari cartridges look, don't you? I mean, it's really nice. It's very appealing to the eye. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And these old ones had had things to protect the games. The yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's fun. I like that. Now this next one is actually another one of my favorite Atari games, and I mean, I'm just gonna flat out say what it is because it's pinball. It's video pinball. I just love this game. I love. There's a lot of pinball games I love. I just like pinball, I guess. Also really like the regular black box pinball game on the NES, the Nintendo. I really like that game too. I've probably played that one a lot more than this one, and it's better than this one. But this is still fun. I like it. Anyways, next up we have got Super Breakout. Call it what you will, Block Breaker, Arkanoid, Breakout. You know what it is. It's just a little paddle on the bottom, going side to side, and there's a ball bouncing up, hitting blocks and breaking them. But yeah, excellent game. Definitely recommend this one. It's good. I like it. And next up, we've got another real old one. We've got Dodge 'em. You're basically just going around this maze, trying not to hit you and another car, and you're trying not to hit each other. Basically, it's okay, I guess. It's not bad. Anyways, next up, the one I was talking about, we've got the original Atari 2600 Pac-Man. And no, that behind him is not what it actually looks like. Similar, but not quite. 1981. Good game. Like Atari games are so cheap, you can get them complete in box now for like very little. The most expensive games on Atari, I think like the absolute most expensive rare ones might be $1,000. The absolute top expensive ones, usually the rare and expensive games are, well, they are rare, but the rare and expensive ones are usually only like $200 or $300. Like Atari games are they're pretty affordable, I must say. If you're willing to sacrifice you know, sacrifice advanced gaming for something more simple, that is. I think it's worth it. But anyways, next up we got a better Pac-Man game. We've got Miss Pac-Man from 1982, and there's that silver label again with very shiny. Very nice, isn't it? It just glows. Holy shit. Yeah, Miss Pac-Man. Excellent game. I like it. Yeah, it's fun. Next up, we got another real fun one. And, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like Donkey Kong, but not quite. It's not a Donkey Kong clone, but it's that type of game, if that makes sense. Anyways, it's, Kangaroo. Yeah, I like this game. It's pretty fun. It's good. There's just a mother kangaroo trying to get her baby. Or her joey, I should say. That's what baby kangaroos are called, joeys. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So I guess it's kind of like the same idea as Donkey Kong Jr., but the roles are reversed, I guess. Anyways, yeah, next up we've got another good one. I actually beat the world record on the Game Boy game. And anyways, it's, Joust. Yeah, there was a version of this on Game Boys on Arcade Classic number 4, Defender and Joust. I'm not in the record book, but I have beaten the record, like from the record book. To be honest, it's not a very sought after record, so it's not surprising, but yeah, it's a cool game. Look at that art though. That art is really cool. It's excellent. It's really nice. That's classic arcades for you right there. Good stuff though. Anyways, next up we've got now it's based on a movie. The movie is like excellent. It's totally awesome. But the game's just okay, I guess. It's not the greatest. Anyways, it's Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first Indiana Jones movie. And yeah, man, I like this. I mean, I kind of like this game. It's okay. It's not bad. You gotta remember, it's Atari, so when you got something like Indiana Jones, it's kind of hard to transfer that over to Atari. NES was a much better console to do that with. But anyways, yeah, next up we've got, this game is kind of shitty, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, it's, Real Sports Football. Yeah, what's so exciting with that? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. It's football. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, enough sports titles. Let's continue with one more movie title. I do have one more movie title, and that is notoriously known to be the cause of the video game crash of 1983. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way in hell that an entire video game industry could have went down the drain because of one shitty game. I'm going to tell you, I don't even think the game's that bad. It's, I like it actually. It's not bad. And anyways, if you haven't already guessed, it's E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Yeah, it's an alright game. I like it. Going down pit, getting stuff, get all the pieces, and get home. Great game. I know, unpopular opinion, but I kind of like it. It's got charm to it, you know? It's got a lot of charm. It may not be the most technically best game, but it's got a lot of charm. Anyways, next up we've got another arcade port, and it is really good. I love it. It's excellent. Anyways, it's Galaxian. The arcade classic Galaxian from 1983. I think the game's from like 1980 or 1981, I think. But sadly Galaga was never on that was never on Atari. But it wasn't NES, so you can't really go wrong with that. But anyways, yeah, Galaxian. Fun game. Just another space shooter. That's all. And next up, we've got a really good one. And I like it a lot, and it's Phoenix from 1982. Phoenix. Pretty cool artwork too. You know, birds shooting shit. Get it? Shooting shit. Oh my god. That's terrible. Forgive me. But yeah, man. It's pretty cool. Phoenix. Definitely recommend that one. Pick it up if you can. Next up, we've got one that, it's a decent enough game. But it's one that I haven't really played much and I couldn't really get into, and it's, Sword Quest Fire World. I know Sword Quest Earth World is really cheap too, but, I don't have that one, sadly. But, yeah, Sword Quest Earth World. Pretty cool. I mean, Fire World, whatever. I don't have Water World either, sadly. I would love to have Water World. That's like a $200 or $300 game. And I mean, I would like to have the prototype for Air World too. Air World never came out. But yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, next up we've got another decent enough one. I like it. I'm not very good at it. I'm shitty at it, but it's a multi-directional shooter, if that makes sense. Spaceship shooter. Anyways, it's Vanguard. Yeah, from 1982. Pretty fun. Another silver label game. Yeah, I like it. I can definitely recommend this one. It's fun. Oh, and in case anybody's wondering, I have the Atari 2600 Junior console. You know, the smaller version of it. The smallest Atari 2600 you can get. It came at like 86. So, it's just my preferred way of playing, I guess. I like it. But yeah. Anyways, next up, yet another arcade conversion. And that's a similar theme with a lot of these games. Atari was basically just all arcade conversions. But anyways, Centipede from 1982 again. Pretty fun game. Yeah, nice shiny label. I don't have Millipede, sadly, but that one also came out on the 2600. Next up, we've actually got one of my favorite Atari 2600 games of all time. It's excellent. And it's really, really good. I like it. I definitely recommend it. And it's Jungle Hunt. Really good game. This is the other one that has the makeshift label, see? I really need to get another copy of this because look at it. It's got like a piece cracked out of it. I mean, it still works, but you know, I need to get a better copy. It's not that expensive. It might cost me 10 or 15 bucks, but it's definitely worth it. I need to get another copy of this. And you should get a copy of this too if you haven't got one already because it's excellent. It's really good. I definitely recommend it. Anyways, another one of my all-time favorite Atari 2600 games. It's so good. I love it to death. It is amazing. And it's really, really good. It's another arcade conversion, and it's Q*bert. Man, I love Q*bert. I know, it's fucking Q*bert, but I'm here to tell you, it's a good game, man. It's a good game. This originally came out as a Parker Brothers cartridge, but this is the official Atari cartridge from the late 80s, 1988, when Atari was starting to go downhill, you know, after Nintendo came out. So it's pretty cool. I like it. Q*bert, excellent game. Definitely, definitely recommend that. Please do yourself a favor and play Q*bert on the 2600. It's excellent. Next up, we've got another cool one. It's well, I don't know how to explain it. You're just it's like an escort mission. You're just like shooting down enemies while someone's walking across the screen. Anyways, it's Crossbow, again from 1988. Good game. This one is an original game, I think. Pretty cool art too, I think. So, right? It's excellent. Really cool looking. Yeah, that one, it's pretty good. I recommend it, I guess, yeah. Next up, we got another decent enough one anyways, but this one originally came out on a Coleco cartridge. Like, see, back in the day with all the third-party companies, there was so many third-party companies making Atari 2600 cartridges because there's no laws against it back then. And anyways, A lot of these later red cartridge releases were re-releases of ones that was out by other companies. And anyways, this is a Venture. This was originally a white Coleco cartridge. I used to have it too in that version, but yeah, pretty cool. Venture. It's okay, I guess. It's not that bad, but it's not that good either. And next up, we got another one. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a spaceship shooter in a way, I guess. But it's pretty cool. It's like 3D kinda. I like it. It's pretty interesting. I think it's good. Anyways, it's a later release for the Atari 2600 and it's Solaris. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I can definitely recommend this one, but you're probably gonna have to search up a walkthrough or game tips or whatever to figure it out what you're supposed to do. But once you know what you got to do, it's a pretty fun game. Anyways, yeah, guys, I guess that about does it for part one of my Atari 2600 collection. That was all my official cartridges, and check out part two. Part two is going to be all my third-party stuff, my Colecos, my Mattels, my Activision ones, my Epics, Data Age, Parker Brothers, like all that stuff. It's going to be a boatload of fun. So please tune in next time and like, comment, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.